Hey, what's up everyone, Same Time Gaming here. Welcome guys for another Division 2 build video. Well, it's been a while since I made a build video because I wasn't really feeling that well and there wasn't really nothing to do. But then I realized, you know what, there's something I haven't done yet on the channel because I have like a bunch of build videos which you guys know. There's literally a lot. If you want, you can check them out. I have made a separate playlist for the build videos, so if you want, you can check it. There's like a bunch of them available. I'm pretty sure I have a solution for every single build basically. So yeah, now today what I was thinking about, like, let's do something that I have never done before. Now that's, for me, it's kind of hard because I've pretty much done everything, so I was thinking, like, what if I use this particular weapon, which honestly I've never actually used it on a build video, which is for me, I thought it was pretty absurd because I thought I probably made a build video with this weapon. Now, which weapon I'm talking about, you probably guessed it by now. It's the Eagle Bearer. Yes, the good old Eagle Bearer, the OG weapon, the best assault rifle in the game. It was once. In my opinion, it's still very underrated. Some people just don't get the Eagle Bearer, like how this thing works. Basically, they just don't get it. They think that this is an headshot damage weapon. Well, it kinda, but it's not 100% like that. If you know how to use this, this is actually one of the very high DPS kind of weapon, and you can use it pretty much anywhere you want, PvP, PvE. It's a really solid weapon. So today's build, what I have is, I'm especially taking the Eagle Bearer in count, and I'm going to use the Eagle Bearer's talent, which is called Tenacity. I'm going to use the Tenacity as an advantage to make this build. So yeah, it's totally relying on the particular weapon. So if you don't have the Eagle Bearer, well, then you can't make this build, honestly, because I'm relying on that. But hey, there is a similar build like this I've made about 5 months ago, I would say, or actually more than that. It was my Chameleon REGEN build, so you can check that out. That is kind of similar, but that was a bit more defensive, but this one's more offensive. Yes, you can see it on the clips. I'm basically like face tanking the NPCs. Elite NPCs, red and purple, doesn't really matter. When I made production from elite builds on the channel, most of you guys said that red and purple NPC is gonna shred me. Honestly, it's kind of true, but if you have the REGEN going on that time, it's you can kill them pretty easily. But with this build, you can face tank any NPC out there. Doesn't matter if they're heavy NPCs, tank NPCs, they're basically same heavy and tank. What I'm saying, I mean boss NPCs, anybody, you can face tank them. You're not gonna die if you know what you're basically doing. I'm going to teach you what you can do to make this build like that. Literally, impenetrable. You are just going to be immune from bullets, and you can mitigate all those damage perfectly. So let's just show you the build, enough chitty chatty. So this is the build over here right now. As you can see, when you look at it, it may look kind of similar to my previous build, which, like I said, it was my Chameleon build. For those of you guys who watched that video, and there are quite a lot of you guys who watched that video, and really appreciate all the love on that. And this one is kind of similar, but it's a bit different than that. So I'm using the assault rifle, which is of course the Eagle Bearer. It's a Dark Zone exclusive. No, what am I saying? Dark Zone exclusive. What? No, it's a Dark Hours raid exclusive. Oh my god. Okay. That's a bad thing to say. No, it's not Dark Zone. Sorry. No, it's a Dark Hours raid exclusive though. So we have two raids, of course. This one is the first one, raid exclusive, the Dark Hours, and you can see it's a pretty good roll. I mean, I've optimized it, but it's pretty good. Also have really high base damage on a build that has 1.5 million armor. So yeah, it's pretty good. And this is not really counting the amount of like damage I'm going to get from the memento. So that will increase my total damage by a lot as well. So yeah. So what makes this weapon so unique than any other assault rifle? Well, it's a dead gun. That's all I can say. It's pretty much a dead gun. Most people would say it's like a backfire, but it's an assault rifle instead of the SMG. Well, backfire is even worse than Eagle Bearer, because with backfire, every time you reload your weapon, you will bleed. And every time you increase your crit stacks, the bleed will increase as well. So that's pretty bad. But with Eagle Bearer, whether you're gonna kill or be killed, basically. So if you want to survive, kill. If you don't, well, then this just stand still and you'll die instantly. Yes, this can kill you instantly. Doesn't matter how much armor you have. If you take enough damage, when the bonus is gone, you will die instantly. And it was kind of annoying when I used this weapon back in the days, but right now I think I found a perfect way to mitigate that incoming damage perfectly. So I mean, of course there are other ways that you can use, like swapping weapons and this and that and stuff like that, but I'm not gonna say any type of like glitches or anything. I'm not gonna include that. If you want to do that, it's fine by me, but I'm gonna say the legit way to mitigate the damage and also just face tank the NPCs. That's what this build is all about. So Eagle Batter gives you the talent called Eagle Strike. What that does is increases your accuracy if you continuously fire that, so it gives you 30% or more accuracy, which is really good. Now headshot damage, like not damage, sorry, headshot kill gives you tenacity buff for 15 seconds, and that's what's going to keep you alive or kill you. It works both ways. So you will get that tenacity buff for 15 seconds, and every time the buff is active, each time you shoot your weapon, like do body shots, they'll increase the strength of it by 1%. If you do headshot, it'll increase the strength of tenacity by 5%, and it will reduce the damage you take by 40 to 80%. I mean, not going to reduce, basically delay that damage, and after the buff is expired, you will take that damage. So like I said, you will die instantly if you don't completely mitigate that damage. And how you can completely mitigate that damage is you have to kill 3 enemies to survive, basically. So all you gotta do is kill somebody with a headshot, you'll glow red, and you have the tenacity buff active, and then you just continuously kill 3 other people, and then you will not take any damage. But sometimes, I think it's a weird bug, but it doesn't give you 100% immunity. Basically, it does deal you a little bit of damage, and not little, it's actually a lot. Depends on how much armor you have. If you have more armor, of course you're gonna survive. If you have a higher DPS build, then you're probably gonna die. So that's being counted. Most people can't really do the headshots most of the time, so yeah, they will probably end up dying. So yeah. Now, the next weapon I have is the Mob Shotgun, mainly because it's a shotgun and also it has armor on kill, so I keep it. I don't really use it. I always use the Eagle Batter, so it's really good. Yeah, now for my build, what is going on? So I went for 1 piece of Fenris, because an assault rifle, so it gives me 10% assault rifle damage, have weapon damage, crit chance, and crit damage mod. If you want, you can go for a 1 piece of Bellstone to give yourself 1% of regen, or you can ditch the Grupo, which I have in a chest piece, so that gives me crit damage as well, 15%. If you don't want that extra damage, I mean, mainly when you're solo, you don't need that much of damage. You need a little bit of survivability, because again, or what I say on my build videos, that if you can survive anything, then you can kill anything. So that's why you can ditch the crit damage, like the Grupo chest piece, and maybe use a Bellstone chest piece or something like that. Just a Bellstone piece to give you 1% regen, even though the Memento is doing its job. But it's a late reaction from Memento, because you need to kill a bunch of NPCs to give yourself the trophy, which Memento will increase your regen, basically. So if you want passive regen without Memento, then Bellstone is your best friend. Yeah, I have the Obliterate talent on the chest piece, because that gives me additional 25% of weapon damage, which is nice to have. I actually tried with glass cannon. That was pretty hilarious. The damage was really high, and I wasn't taking that much damage, but when I did, I completely got wiped out, man. So yeah, that was bad. But you can run, Intimidate if you want to, but I don't really stay too close most of the time when I'm using a sword rifle, so Obliterate is the perfect talent for me right now. All right, next, what's going on the other pieces? Well, 3 piece of this one is improvised gear. Now, you can only craft them. If you're watching my videos, I love to use improvised gear on my build a lot. So yeah, that's what I have here as well. So holster is an improvised gear. I have armor, crit chance, crit damage, and protection from elite mods, which is 12%, of course. The reason why I'm using improvised gear, just because it gives you an additional mod slot. Otherwise, I would have used something else, but can't deny that extra protection from elites will help me. It will, actually. It's not that much. It's not like 80% or 72% what I usually use. It's a little bit of protection from elites, but it's actually enough to keep me alive from those elites. I mean, you're seeing the footage yourself. You tell me. I'm alive. I can face tank them. I had no trouble facing them, man. So yeah, and if you have 13% protection from elite mods, then it's good for you. I've never actually seen ever in my life one of them, so well, whatever. Okay, knee pads I have is again same, where armor, crit damage, crit chance, and protection from elite mods, and the gloves as well, crit chance, crit damage, attributes, armor here, and protection from elite mods. So what I did is basically I went for 3 red and 3 blue, but with the Memento I'm gonna get 4 blues. So that will be an additional 40% of bonus armor and, you know, additional 15% of weapon damage, because Memento backpack will give you 5% weapon damage each red core attributes you have, and I have 3 core attributes red, so whenever I pick up the trophy, I will get an additional 15% weapon damage bonus. So, you know, really nice. So yeah, that's why Memento is there. Of course, you're going to give 3% regen from it. Like I said, if you want more regen, then go for a one-piece Bellstone. That will be 4% of regen. Otherwise, it's working perfectly. I'm actually have 45,000 or close to 45,000 regen when Memento buff is fully proc. I'll show you somewhere here in this in the clip. And also I have 2 healing set with me, which is the drone, the healing drone, and the you know, Seeker Mine, the Mender Seeker Mine. So that's also healing me like 25k each. So that's 50k healing right there, and the 45k healing from the Memento. So that's quite a lot of regen right there, like 95,000 regen, which is nice. And I'm using the survivalist specialization because of 10% of protection from elite it gives me, and also the Mender Seeker Mine it gives me, so I'm using that. If you want, you can use the firewall specialization, use the firewall shield, but I'm just showing off the power of this build, that you don't need a shield on this build. You are the shield on this build basically, so you don't really need that, but hey, it's personal choice. If you want that striker shield that it buffs your damage, you can use that, but I'm gonna use this and just show off that how good this build is and tanky it is. I don't need a full like crazy 6 mod slots of protection from elites to make me immune or you know, protected from the elites. Basically, that's what it is, right? So yeah, now let me show you the stats over here. You can see I have 50% crit chance, which is good. I don't need any more. For people who doesn't have higher SSD rank or, you know, the shared level, you can actually use one piece Sheshka, so that will give you more crit chance, but I'm fine with 50%. I have 170% crit damage. Like I said, if I want, I can ditch the Grupo chest piece and use a Bellstone. I will have 155% crit damage as well at that point, but more damage is fine. I can hit about 625,000 crit. That's on the head, by the way, and it's a lot of damage for me being a solo player. It's really a lot of damage. I mean, I'm fine with 350k, man, but that additional 300,000, which is making me like, not additional 300, that's 3, something like that. I'm bad with maths, but it's 325k. I mean, sorry, 625k. What I'm saying? Okay, so yeah, that's it. It's been a long time since I made a build video. Okay, so yeah, it's working pretty good, and just all I can say is try it out, see for yourself. I know most people get frustrated when I say protection from elite builds and stuff like that, because you need improvised gear on it, and some people just don't get lucky enough to craft a good improvised gear. I mean, I have plenty of good ones, but you may or may not have it. All you can say, just craft it. It doesn't require an additional resource or something. It just needs some credits and just a little bit of like electronics and stuff like that, which you can easily get it, you know, if you have higher SSD ranks. So it's not that hard, man. Just craft it. It's a pretty good, you know, gear. If you use it, you'll be pretty just fine. You know, you can use whatever you want. It's totally up to you. But if you use improvised gear, you'll know how powerful this thing is with that additional mod slot, especially with the protection from elites. If you want, you can add more crit damage. It's totally up to you, you know. Take it as a template, all I can say. But it's a pretty solid build. I've tried it in many different situations, legendary summits and stuff like that. No trouble whatsoever. Can face tank with the tenacity buff when it's active. And Memento regen is helping me as well. And also the additional protection from elites is also helping me. It's not that much. It's just 46% protection from elites, but it's still quite a lot. If you have 13% protection from elite mods, you'll probably have 49% of it. If you want, you can add more protection from elite mods, but I feel this is just fine for me farming heroic control points with directives, you know, just open world stuff, or playing in a group in Summit, Legendary Summit. It's just perfect for me. So I'm just going to keep on using it like this. If you want, you can tweak it. Just let me know in the comment section what you feel about this build. But I feel it's a pretty solid build. So it's like a secret build, to be honest. I've been using this for a long time, but I've never actually showed it. So yeah, my bad, I guess. So I mean, just try it out, you know, just try it out, see how it goes. You got nothing to lose. If you have all these pieces, you can just, you know, make the build happen and see for yourself if you feel like it's fine or not. And people who doesn't have Eagle Better, well, you're doomed. So I'll see you guys in the next one. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Until then, peace.